Whoops, about 2 minutes late this week, but we are week 12, is it? Week 12?
Yeah, week 12. Week 12.
Week 12. Amazing. All right, well, we're gonna get this started. Hey, welcome back, Ryan.
What's up, everyone?
Look at everyone with their iron beards.
Winter's coming.
You know nothing.
Poor Sean Bean.
Potatoes.
He dies everywhere.
Well, it's been an interesting week. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Barfy?
I worked.
You worked?
I just worked all day.
Yeah, well, that sounds like fun. Rye?
It was all right. I worked the night before, so nothing exciting.
How was your Thanksgiving?
It was sore. It was sore.
Sore.
Oh,
my balls.
Oh. All right, well, let's get right into it this week with our must starts. All right, with our must starts this week, we have Barfy for the number 1 spot.
All right. Well, this week I'm very hungover, folks, so I'm not going to be my charismatic self as I usually am. But this week I'm going with Matt Stafford. Stafford comes off a bye week, hopefully refocused and ready to go after scoring 14 fantasy points, you motherfucker, or less in each of the past 2 games against Tennessee and San Francisco. I have him on one of my fantasy leagues, and he screwed me over. Against Tennessee and San Francisco, he is adjusting to life without Robert Woods, out with ACL, and with Odell Beckham, which just don't throw him the ball. It's easy.
The wrong LA team.
Damn it! I thought I fixed it. I forgot to hit. What the fuck? Oh, I never hit save. I hate this fucking thing. If Stafford
Start Herbert too.
Start Herbert too.
Yeah, start Herbert. Anywho, Stafford's looking good with the quarterback who scored at least 21 fantasy points in 7 of his first 8 games. He's a familiar opponent to do with the Packers. Former Lions quarterback is averaging 304 passing yards per game in his 5 games at Lambeau. With 4 outings with multiple touchdown passes over that span, I'm trusting Stafford to do his job. Do your job. I'm not fucking around.
Oh, Stafford. Well, yeah, he's had a couple bad weeks, but I'm sure he's in for a bounce back, right?
Yeah, he better be bouncing back. I mean,
I hope so.
All right, well, we're going to go over to Rye, another guy who's been kind of sick.
Not COVID, but probably had to go to the bathroom again. But
yeah,
so you are looking a little drained.
Who? Me?
You, yeah.
Oh, yeah. My sleep is so all over the place with night shift. It's not even funny. Like yesterday, I woke up at 5 a.m. and then I slept a little bit. And last night I got some sleep, barely. But anyway, Jackson, he's put up 3 touchdowns in 4 straight games, 10 passing scores and 2 rushing scores in those contests. The Browns do have a top 5 pass rush, and they had some success against Jackson, sacking him 10 times, forcing 4 fumbles in those games, but they've been unable to keep him off the scoreboard. So Jackson's averaged 238 to 275 yards in 3 of them, and he's averaged 85 rushing yards in those contests. So having a strong run defense, it just it hasn't been able to benefit Cleveland at all in this regard. So, hopefully coming back, I can see him, slinging it and running, hopefully. So really banking on this. So let's go, Jackson. Hopefully his bathroom troubles are fine, and but it was a non-COVID illness. So
you would think with the technology they have and scientific marvels that they have, that if there was only a medication that could stop him from the green apple splatter, you would think that there'd be Imodium or high strength Imodium to him, so he's not sitting there going green 42 ready shit.
Hey, Pepto Bismol. Whatever that song is.
Indigestion
Stomach.
of diarrhea. Hey, Pepto-Bismol. Hey.
Diarrhea again.
But
My name is Lamar Jackson, and I have diarrhea.
Diarrhea.
well, my I got a question. I got a. Oh no! Don't do that.
You have a question?
I have a question for you guys. I got an honest question. I'm in a question. I'm doing it. I'm in a 2 quarterback league, and I have Lamar Jackson, I have Jalen Hurts, and I have Cammy Newton. So I need to start 2. Who do you start?
Cam Newton and Lamar. I have a feeling Hurts today is not going to have a good time. Going to have himself a bad time, okay?
That's tough.
Well, who's Kansas playing?
They're playing the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, you got to play Cam. You got to play Cam. And Jackson's playing Cleveland. Cleveland isn't that strong. As good a team they are, they're not that strong. And no one can really stop Lamar Jackson. For some odd reason, fourth quarter miracle every time.
I don't know. I think you gotta go with Jalen Hurts and Jackson. That's my opinion. I think they're just. Yeah.
Well, my must start this week is Cam Newton. My must start this week is Cam Newton. Last week for his first start, he had 26 points against Washington. Going against Miami, that's 25th against quarterback production. Over the last 2 weeks. Over the last 2 weeks, Miami has given up 20 to Joe Flacco and 16 to Lamar Jackson. Not exactly stellar numbers, but I think Newton is still kind of like no one knows exactly what he's going to do. Like everyone knows he's going to take off with the ball, no problem. But I don't know. I think this could be a little bit of a renaissance for the Fig Newton.
I mean, this just proves that I think he's an overrated quarterback if he's only good for one team. Like, I couldn't cut it with a coach. I couldn't do anything. I had to throw the ball. No.
Well, you have to. When he was up in New England, you have to realize that they have a very complex offense and whatnot. And then there's veteran wide receivers that go in there and they die.
Yeah.
They don't even know how to even. They can't even do it. They can't.
But
offense.
But a third stringer from a red-shirted third stringer can go in and look like a hero. Julian Edelman.
That's why it's a hell of an offense,
or
a system,
or they just kill themselves in jail.
I don't know. I think Hurts might be the more hot hand right now. But
yeah, I got a lot to think about. I got to unwrap this because I've been thinking about the last couple of days, and I'm just like, Cam, because you're definitely starting Lamar. No, yeah. So
yeah, you have to.
Am I doing Hurts? Because Hurts, if he doesn't get his rushing touchdowns, he's worthless because he's not going to get them through the air.
Yeah,
yeah.
But his Cam
been.
might not either though. So it's like either or. I don't know. I don't know.
All right, well, let's move on to our running backs because that is going to be the Pandora's box we're not going to be able to open, I guess, today. Barfy, running back.
I am going, speaking of Jalen Hurts, go and take on Barkley. Got to play him today. Giants have a new player called Freddie Kitchens after offensive coordinator Jason Garrett was fired yesterday. Oh, Tuesday. Oh, happy Thanksgiving. You're fired. And that would be good for Barkley. The focus should be on getting him the ball as much as possible, especially after he just had 12 total touches, 6 catches in week 11 at Tampa. Now that that was his first game back after a 4-game absence due to an ankle injury, but he should get at least 20 total touches on a weekly basis whenever he's on the field. This week, Barkley faces the Eagles defense that he's beaten up historically. He just eats them up. It's chow time. In 4 career meetings with Philadelphia, Barkley has 3 outings with a touchdown and at least 115 total yards in the same game. This is breakout potential today, I'm saying. Home game, division game, the Dallas lost, so there's a lot of. It's going to be a good. I honestly, I think
they got a pill for that. They got. I think they have a pill for your. But anyway, no, I hope so because I'm starting Barkley myself. I could actually. I'm hoping I could actually get something from this guy.
Actually, I take it back. Don't start Saquon Barkley this week.
He's going to get hurt again, isn't he?
Saquon Barkley is probably going to get hurt again. Probably another ACL, or he'll get turf toe, even though no one has turf toe anymore, or a quad injury or something stupid. Yeah. Saquon Barkley is probably going to get hurt today.
I hate you. Joe Mixon has been hot as of recently.
Yeah. He's been playing well with touchdowns in a club record 7 straight games. So he's averaging 76 rushing, 19 receiving yards with 11 touchdowns. He played well in the earlier meeting against Pittsburgh, running for 90 yards while averaging 5 yards per attempt. Pittsburgh has a good run defense, but they definitely have been slipping this year. So I don't think this is going to be a factor against Joe Mixon.
Well, there's a big difference between Pittsburgh with Watt and without Watt.
Yeah.
There's a big difference. Is he back this week or?
Not sure. I had to. It's a good question. I was gonna let me look at that real quick. It was there an injury report out? Ooh.
There's a lot of people out this week.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of injuries. All right. While you're looking that up, I'm going to go with my starting running back. My start is Najee Harris. Najee Harris over the last 2 weeks, he's had 14 against the Chargers, 16 against those Detroit Lions, going against Cincinnati, the 23rd for running back points against. The last 2 weeks, you had Josh Jacobs with 9. They had a bye week, and then they had Nick Chubb with 32, who Nick Chubb is just going crazy as of recently as well, since he came back from his last injury. But this is going to be something they're going to force feed Najee. He's going to get a lot of balls out of the backfield thrown to him. He's going to run the ball. He's going to
run the ball. He's going to catch the ball.
But the thing is,
the
thing is, it's Pittsburgh, and their games are always so boring. They're always so freaking boring. You go into the half, it's like 7-3, and then yes, it is. It's like you turn it off. He's like, I'm not even watching CBS today because I'm not even going to try this.
And I hate to say, the CBS announcers are rather boring.
CBS you just look at it and you're like, this is boring. I don't
know. Pittsburgh's always they always have the boring game. They're going to run the ball. They're going to play. The Tomlin is going to do the clock management thing. He's going to, and it's Cincinnati's going to sit there and try to throw the ball with Jamar Chase. He's going to. It's going to be a battle of old school, new school.
I think that there should be more aggressiveness in football by means of we should allow fighting on the field.
Like hockey, like hockey, just sit them out for 5 minutes, take 5.
Well, let them duke it in, but they still let them let them bash helms, first person to drop whatever, and then the refs come in and stop the fight.
Well, see, the problem is they don't fight like hockey players. They literally take their helmet off and then they swing it at someone's head.
Pittsburgh
they fight dirty. Down. They fight dirty.
Even better, I rip his fucking head off. Who cares?
Oh, you can't kill someone on the field.
Why not?
No.
I seriously, why not? It's a gridiron gang. Hey, let them bash.
The gridiron game. It's not death match.
It'd be better if it was a celebrity death match. Let's get it on.
Wide receiver.
Going with Tyler Lockett. In 6 complete games with Russell Wilson this year, Lockett has 3 with at least 15 PPR points and 3 with 7 PPR points or less. So obviously put him in a flex. PP. That's my baby Steve. That's what you get with Lockett.
I love Michael Keaton.
We're gonna go eat a dolphin.
Pizza.
Pizza. She thought that Pepe Steve. All right, that's what you have to Lockett. Either 7 points or less, or 15. You just have to hope that this is one of the bigger outings. I'll take my chances with him against Washington, which is number 4 in fantasy points allowed to opposing receivers. For the season, Washington has allowed 16 touchdowns to opposing receivers and 18 to score at least 12 PPR points. So look for Lockett and DK Metcalf to both go off on Monday night against what the fuck football team.
Really?
What the fuck?
Okay.
Nice.
Well, I'm not going to get really too much into it because I believe I'm going to talk a little bit more in depth than that a little bit further down the list. So I have some things I'm going to. I agree with you. All right,
shit, we
Ryan.
agree we agree on something here.
It could possibly be that.
I'm going to roll with Mike Williams. He cooled off after a fast start, but he had an injury, factor into that. But he's back to performing at a higher level lately. After 3 straight 2-catch games, he's caught 9 passes for 130 yards and a score in his last 2, with another touchdown he dropped against Minnesota. But last year's matchup against Minnesota, he caught 9 passes for 153 yards and a touchdown. So I think this is a favorable matchup. Give him a start. I mean, you can't go wrong. So it's, we'll see how it rolls.
No, the total expectation is Patrick Surtain is going to shadow Keenan Allen and probably shut him down.
Yeah, exactly. I was a little worried about the Denver secondary, but got Keenan Allen in this factor. So, and Austin Eckler and a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, I know, absolutely. There is. There's a lot of different options in that offense. You have that freaking 6'7" freaking monster tight end that they have, Pelham or Pelham or whatever his name is. Pelham, freaking monster. And then you have they have old reliable Jared Cook.
Good old reliable Cook.
Old reliable Jared Cook. The fool's gold of fantasy football tight ends.
The 3 a.m.er, as some people know her as.
The guy that has the 20-point week and then has filing 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically how he rolls. All right, I went with Jamar Chase because, like I said, we're going to have that battle of old school, new school. We're going to have a lot airing out with Cincinnati. Jamar Chase over last 2 weeks. Jamar Chase with 12 against the Raiders and 9 against Cleveland. But back in week 3, they played Pittsburgh and he had a whopping 22.
Yes, he did.
He did.
I remember that game.
It did. He had a big game. So Pittsburgh's 22 against wide receiver production in the fantasy football realm. Over the last 2 weeks, they've given up 17 to Keenan Allen and 8 to that Ramaham St. Brown from the Detroit Lions. I don't know. I had to find a wide receiver, so that's the guy.
Hey, I can say this guy's name. I pick you, Jamar.
I'm going to just go like this. This guy. Okay, that's the stat from the Lions. Got it.
They only have like 7 stats this whole season.
Oh my god,
on the plus, or I don't know.
They're just ridiculous. I can't with them. They're just anyway.
Sleepers and redeemers.
All right, this week with our sleepers and redeemers, we have Barfy.
I am going with the man himself, Jimmy Garoppolo.
And totally redeem yourself.
Garoppolo's averaging 21.8 fantasy points per game in his past 4 outings, and now he's facing Vikings defense in Week 12 that allows the 7th most fantasy points to opposing quarterbacks. 2 of the past 3 quarterbacks against Minnesota have scored at least 36 fantasy points, and this game has a chance to be a high-scoring affair.
Jimmy and high-scoring affair. Which porn star did he pull out this week?
I don't know. You lucky son of a bitch.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened?
Well, you missed that. Last year, was it last year? I think it was last year. He went out on a date with, I don't even know what her name is, but with a porn star, and it was like a big deal for like 48 hours.
Wow, a celebrity's banging another celebrity. Wow.
What a simpler time, too. Jeez.
Yeah.
2019 is a hell of a year. Quarterbacks are fucking porn stars. And
he was trying to do the, JFK thing.
Well, if you think about it, I mean, how long of a career is he going to have left in football? He's got to go somewhere.
Oh, no.
Maybe he was auditioning.
Maybe the place is nice and warm in there. I don't know. Anyways,
he's
moving on.
He's going to need a new home. Just pulls a blanket over him.
Going with Taylor Heineke, excuse me. If you're looking for a week 12,
sounds like a tire shop.
Come on down to Taylor Heineke.
If you're looking for a waiver wire quarterback this week, if you have a quarterback on bye, I think this is your best option. Cole Mccoy just passed 328 yards and 2 touchdowns against this defense. Heineke is better than McCoy, so he's averaging 227 passing and 26 rushing yards.
Leave Colt McCoy alone.
With 14 pass TDs. I think he should have no problem. He should have some success moving against this defense with the offense. So, if you have your quarterback on bye, like I do, I'm going to start Heineke's Tire Shop. So,
where do you get 50% off?
Yeah, buy 3, get 1 free.
Well, they'll mount and rotate your tires, but they won't rotate their wide receivers. That's for sure. Heineke Tire on. Come on out.
Well, Curtis Samuel's back this week, I believe. So that should add to his
repertoire.
Yeah, his repertoire is. Yeah, I don't know. Well, mine, like I said, probably mentioned a little bit more about Seahawks a little bit farther down the list. I went with Russell Wilson, who has been absolutely dreadful the last couple of weeks. 8 with Arizona, 8 with Green Bay. Washington is 32nd in the league against quarterback production. They've given up 26 to Cammy Newton, 15 to Brady. This is the week that Russell Wilson shows that he's Russell Wilson again, and he should have a monster day. He needs to fucking wake up because he's not playing well. And I don't know if it's an offensive coordinator thing or it's a Russell Wilson thing that he's just coming off his injury and he's working the rust off. But I think this is the week. This is the best matchup to do it.
He's married to Sierra, right? That's her name, Sierra?
I have no idea.
Sierra?
Siesta?
That's sleep. He shouldn't have any rust, man. He's got a hot wife. He should not have any rust. He should be full motion, doing it well. Joe Butler, how you doing there, brother?
Hey, what's going on, Joe?
How you doing?
Next.
All right. I'm going with I know I'm surprised the fact I'm actually using someone from the Jets, but since certain players have already played this week, so we can't recommend to play a player that you don't have. So Ty Johnson. Johnson and Tevin. Who names their kid Tevin? Did they have a list of speech impediment? Please name my kid Tevin. Nurse just writes down Tevin instead of Kevin. I mean, what the hell? Tevin Coleman are both in plays this week with Michael Carter out with an ankle injury. Most likely Coleman will play on rushing downs, with Johnson continuing to have the role in the passing game. Based on the Jets' offense this season, I like Johnson better than Coleman. Johnson in tandem with Carter scored at least 11 points in 4 of his last 6 games, including 3 games with at least 5 catches over that span. Coleman hasn't done much, so screw that guy. He's missed 4 games due to an injury, and nobody gives a shit about him because it's the Jets. This week,
I don't know how he still is a running back in the NFL. He's never been good.
I don't know.
Going back to Atlanta, then San Fran, or whatever, he's never been a good running back.
But also, here's a little tidbit of a little nugget of information. This week, the Jets face the Texans, as you might have noticed, who have allowed a running back to score a touchdown in 7 of their past 8 games.
Oh, so which one's it going to be? Is it going to be Telvin or Talvin.
Tevin. Is it going to be Tevin or Ty?
Hmm.
Wow. What white kid suburban name is that? Tevin, Ty, come back and score touchdowns.
Well, they're playing Ty Pod.
Oh no, you got some grass stains. Tide Pod, can you help?
Anyway, I like this one. We'll see
Yeah.
if Harris plays. It's kind of like, but I think they both get a good share carries.
Oh, I got to hear you
Yeah.
say this. Ryan's going to say it right too.
Oh, Rahanma Medora Stevenson. I just I don't know. But he ran for 100 yards and 2 TDs, and I think it could change New England's thinking with this, with him and Harris. They in the last game they alternated series, but Harris started off each half, but Stevenson for the most part replaced them for the even number series. So came off hot last week. So we'll say I think he might take the starting role hopefully, but we'll say I don't know. Hopefully I roll with it. I think it's a good option.
Hey Ryan, do me a favor. Just take your microphone and pull it out just an inch. Your hair, your hair was all in there.
Oopsie.
All
like
right,
me on a Friday night.
Ramondre Stevenson. All right,
Ramondre.
Is that
do you have to complete the game and scream at the top of the mountain, Ramondre?
I went with Miles Sanders this week. I think this is the Eagles are finally committed to the run. No Howard to steal any or vulture any of the touchdown carries or anything like that. And I think the Giants will probably contain Hurts a little bit inside the pocket if they're smart. Miles Sanders had 8 points against New Orleans. Going against the Giants, they're 26th against running back production. Over the last 2 weeks, they've given up 10 to Fournette, 12 to Josh Jacobs. I think probably might have this somewhere around the same stat line for Sanders. He's probably going to have about between 10 to 15 points. Should be a exciting game to watch.
No, actually, it will be an exciting game to watch. It will be an exciting game to watch. I'm on the other side of the field with this one. I mean, Eagles will win. Eagles probably will win. And as long as the Giants get Hurts to scramble to the left, he's not going to be able to throw. It's always going to be able to good for his running. So they're going to have to rely on the rule line. They have to start relying on their players, and Jalen Hurts needs to start doing that, not just going take the extra second, read the field. That's my 2 cents on that. I mean, hopefully Sanders has as an Eagles fan, hopefully, but chances are no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Barfy, you've had a vendetta all season against this guy. Now you say, hey.
Comment, Brandon Ayukataki.
Oh no.
And I'm mad because I actually dropped him from my fantasy roster. I was pissed. I'm like, fuck this guy. I'm done with him. Ayuk is back as a number 2 fantasy receiver in all leagues. I've been checking his stats. He's scored at least 18 PPR points in 2 of his past 3 games and has at least 7 targets in 3 of his past 4 outings, heading into a favorable matchup with the Vikings, who are number 3 in most fantasy points allowed to opposing receivers and most receivers and missing guys on the defensive line this week. So the Vikings have short some people. 7 receivers have scored at least 17 PPR points against Minnesota in the past 4 games, which bodies well for Ayuk and Deebo Samuel. And I was like, Deebo!
Yeah. Hey, you said who? I'm not quite sure. One or the other said. You said Jimmy. Jimmy's going to have a big monster day, so that means there should be plenty of yards and touchdowns spread about.
Sprinkling them around.
Spread it about. So this one's interesting. I want to hear this.
Yeah, it's Scantling. I think it's a intriguing Week 12 option. You know, he's obviously a hit or miss option if you use him, but it's I think it's worth the risk. You know, He's had more than 3 catches only once this year, but when he hits, it's a big payoff. Last week he had four catches for 123 yards with a 75-yard touchdown. So it's definitely a risky option if you have someone who's on a bye week, on a flex. I think he's worth picking up.
Wake up, CPA!
Yeah, no, I actually, it's weird with him. He's either getting that long touchdown or he's not getting anything. So it's definitely a boom or bust kind of situation going against the Rams. So you're going to have, what's his name, Shadow and Adams all game, and it's going to probably the
Jalen
Ramsey. Yeah, Ramsey. Probably have Ramsey shadowing him, and their next option at corner isn't, who is it? I don't know. So I don't know. Scantling probably coming out of the slot anyway. So
exactly, yeah. I think Alan Lazar might be out. I'll have to see. So it might be even a more intriguing option.
Well, it's a good thing they signed Cobb because he's been so productive since Aaron Rodgers said, "This is my guy. I want him."
Yeah, give me him.
Yeah.
Give me my guy. Football and going home.
I went with Jerry Judy this week. Now, all right, Jerry Judy, 8 against Philly, 10 against Dallas. Going against the Chargers, they're second best against wide receiver production. But over the last 2 weeks, they've given up 20 to Deontay Johnson, 19 to Justin Jefferson. I'm not looking at this as they have a really good pass defense and he's going to get shut down. I look at it as Cortland Sutton, fresh off a new contract extension, is probably going to be the guy that's going to be shut down. And they're going to probably concentrate a little bit more on Tim Patrick than Jerry Judy. Jerry Judy is probably going to get a little bit more of the freelancing in the middle of the field that he usually does. And when you put the ball in his hands, he's very dangerous. So he's going to have a couple of those catches that are going to go long. Definitely think he's going to be a guy that you want to start this week. He's gonna,
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Definitely start Jerry Judy.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely start. Definitely start him. Definitely start him.
Breakout flex.
All right, with our breakout flex, we have Gronk.
The man with one name. Do I need to say the rest? Sir Robert Elton Gronkowski Aloysius III. Gronk is back. Esquire. I mean, that means he's a lawyer, and I don't think that man doesn't know the difference between a salad bar and a sidebar, but he knows football.
Neither did the prosecutor in Rittenhouse trial.
That's just stupid.
So Gronkowski returned in Week 11 against the Giants after being out for most of the past 6 games with a rib and back injuries, and had 6 catches for 71 yards on 8 targets. He should continue to build on that performance against the Colts this week. And Indianapolis has allowed a tight end to score at least 11 PPR points in 4 games in a row.
Yeah.
You'll get him, Gronkowski.
Well, hey, it's Brady. It's the Gronkowski hookup. You can't go wrong with it. Cameron Brate has been playing pretty lights out in his absence, but with Gronk playing, that's the guy you're going to go with.
Right, and Gronk has always been clutch on that third and long, third and long. They're still on the other side of the field, and they're across the middle, 25 yards, and they're back in it.
Yep.
Oh, what a shock!
Look at that field goal range.
Wow.
All right, Rye.
Going with Van Jefferson. I think he's got a better grasp of the offense and picking up Robert Woods' duties since Robert Woods tore his ACL for the year. And if you have, if you're thinking him or Beckham, I think I'm not going to be surprised he outperforms Beckham in the final 7 weeks of the season. So I think you got to, definitely an option, another option for Stafford to throw. I don't like the whole Beckham deal, and I don't see that being successful at all. So
nope.
I think,
Beckham is a cancer.
Yeah. Jefferson's going to get more targets, and he's going to be picking up more production, and we'll see. Yeah. I think he could be a solid 10 points.
Odell Beckham is the Carmelo Anthony of the NFL. Anywhere Odell goes, they're losing. That's what they're going to do. They're going to lose.
I'm like,
So let's take him over to the Jets. Where
Yeah, he'll feel more at home there.
hey, you remember the stadium, right? You almost were good here for a season.
So I went with Kareem Hunt, who's back from IR this week. You definitely want to plug this guy in. Going against Baltimore's 13th against running back production over the last 2 weeks. They've given up 7 to Montgomery, 5 to Gaskin. This is going to be a Nick Chubb going to handle the harder, between the tackles, and Kareem Hunt's going to come in. He's going to get those 7 receptions and a couple of those carries sprinkled in as usual. And anytime you have Kareem Hunt, you're going to absolutely start him, because no matter what, he's usually in the top 15 for running back production. It is what it is. It is a backfield. There's 2 really good running backs in it. You're going to start both of them. It's a rare thing to do, but these are between Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. They're the guys that you're going to do it with. See?
Yeah.
See.
All right. See. Wait. Where am I?
That's a bust.
All right. With our bust this week, we have Barfy, and you're just not kind, are you?
I am not kind. I love, and it actually hurts me putting him here because I've always loved Big Ben. He's our age. He's built like us. He gave me the hope of my fat ass could be out there as a quarterback. Just fucking get out of the way. I gotta get to the Sizzler for all you can eat crap. Like, let's go. Hey, touchdown. Let's go, kids. Has a cigar. He follows that Babe Ruth diet. I started this week being optimistic about Roethlisberger for this matchup against the Bengals, but some things have changed. If the Steelers get back TJ Watt, Joe Hayden, Mika Fitzpatrick as expected, I actually don't see him chasing points like we saw in Week 11. But who knows if they're back? Roethlisberger also has a bad history with Cincinnati with one game with multiple touchdown passes in his past 5 trips. They're going back to 2015, and the Bengals also have allowed an average of 18 fantasy points. But what happened earlier this season? Didn't he get robbed against the Bengals earlier this season? Was game 2, week 2?
What happened?
That's
such robbed. A long time ago.
Oh, week 2. I think like the Steelers were kicking ass, and then Bengals just came back and blew them out of the water. He started making bad passes, a couple of interceptions. Yeah. And if you notice, there's always that one team doesn't like kind of like in baseball. Phillies can never beat the Marlins. Pittsburgh always has a rough bout with the Bengals.
No, you're right.
There was this great Bengal tiger.
All right, Rye. I don't like this.
Bust.
Oh,
I missed it. I almost missed it.
I don't know. With Miles Sanders, I don't feel comfortable with starting him unless it's all about him getting a touchdown. And Jalen Hurts is always getting these rushing touchdowns and getting in the end zone. We have to see how he is in the goal line. I think Sanders can get the yards this week. I'm not saying he won't. Maybe at least get 10 points, but I don't see a touchdown. It all depends on the touchdown and the goal line situations if they're going to use them. And if they are activating Gainwell again, they'll be dicks and give him the ball at the goal line and he'll score. And screw Sanders over.
Yeah, Boston Scott throws.
Yeah.
I don't know. Last week, Gainwell was inactive, so maybe he's going to be inactive again this week.
Yeah.
I don't know. But Miles Sanders, I don't know. I would start him. I don't know. We will see. This is a guy that hasn't really had that game yet.
That's true.
I'm about to bust.
Oh.
All right. Well, I went with a real big name this week for a bust. I went with Jonathan Taylor, fresh off a 53-point day against Buffalo, 23 against Jacksonville. Excuse me. Means he's going to choke against the 6th best running back production against Tampa Bay. Over the last 2 weeks, they've given 9 to Barkley, 20 to Gibson, but that was more along lines of catching in the ball out of the backfield kind of situation. Jonathan Taylor, they have been using him heavily. They are going to force this kid to pop a tire very, very soon.
Well, you know what he can do? He pops a tire.
He could pop a tire.
You can pop a tire, go hop on down to Taylor Heineke Tire and Auto.
There you go.
Nice.
But this is I think this could be the week where I think that Tampa Bay is going to game plan. We have to stop this guy, so they're going to concentrate on stacking that box, making sure that they can't run the ball, and they're going to put the game in Carson Wentz's hands. And we all know what happens when the game is in Carson Wentz's hands.
Yeah.
It doesn't get pretty. It gets into the interception factor of the hero ball that Wentz likes to play.
Shut your
I agree. Tampa Bay's run defense is good, so it's going to be a little bit of a nightmare. If Taylor doesn't go off or help at all, like if they stuff him, man, it's Wentz is done for.
Yeah, it's going to get ugly. It's going
to get ugly. He's going to be running in the mud again, so slow.
His mother was a mutter.
Your mother was a mutter. Hello, mutter. Hello, father. You leave Carson.
Oh, it's a bet.
You leave Carson Wentz alone, sir.
Bet of the week. Barfy's bet of the week.
I'm going with Tennessee, +7 over New England. I think it's going to be a very tight game. I don't like close bets. I don't like when it's like 2.5 points or anything like that. I don't like it. Never liked it. Too quick to lose your money on it. I don't think Tennessee has a strong team. New England is hot now, starting to pick up that New England speed like they normally do. But I'm feeling good in this one. Whether win lose, it's going to be a close game. So I feel Tennessee is the way to go.
+7. That's pretty high.
I think it could be a closer game than we think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Tennessee's got all right. They released Adrian Peterson. Now they're down to Foreman and who's the other running back in the backfield? McNichols is out.
I just saw it. I know. Dontrell Hilliard.
Yeah, Dontrell Hilliard. All right, so the running game should be interesting. And then on top of that, they have no A.J. Brown. And they're going with, what's the wide receiver's name? Who's actually been pretty productive with Julio when Julio's been out. And now that A.J. Brown is out, he should see a nice uptick. What is his name? It's a weird one. It's a long, weird name.
Hold
on. What is his name? It's going to bother me. All right, it's Nick Westbrook-Ikhine.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's been absolutely pretty productive when given the chance. Last week against Houston, it is Houston. He had 15. Indy had another 10. And then he owns Indy. He had 13 against Indy in week 3 as well. So when he does get his targets, he does produce. So that could be something interesting to watch. Tannehill to Westbrook, Ikhine, Westbrook. So that should be interesting to see that connection. So it could. I don't know. You're saying Tennessee is going to get +7?
Yeah, they're giving Tennessee 7.
Yeah, I don't know.
You think that New England's going to beat them by a touchdown?
I don't think so. Maybe. I don't
know. Tennessee just doesn't have the offensive firepower to keep up with Jacoby.
That's just stupid.
Mac Jones, nice.
All right, Rye, you going with Tampa Bay?
Yeah, winning by 3. Just back what we were just talking about. If it's all about Tampa Bay's defense on this one. They stopped the run, and then Carson Wentz got to throw it. Stuck in the mud. I see them getting to the quarterback easily. So Indy could be a problem on defense for Tampa Bay, but just too many weapons with Gronk back, and I don't see this being an issue for the Bucs winning by 3.
Yeah, I definitely think it's going to be one of those things like, oh, Taylor just had 53 points and he gets like 5 this week.
You stop that. You stop that. You're only saying that because I'm playing him this week and I'm playing you in fantasy.
Oh, I
Don't
totally
you
forgot
pull
about
magic on
that.
me,
That's
Sheila.
right.
Say his name 3 times. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will not say his name. Wrong, sir.
No, I totally forgot that. That interesting thing is we have Ryan that's in first place by a game, and then me and Barfy are tied for the
And
second place.
I am going to lose. I'm going to lose. I already looked at the matchup. Unless, Saquon Barkley, craps out for you.
Well, I got lucky. I picked up Gallup, and I don't know how
God
he was
damn
still
it.
on wait. I had no idea that Gallup was out there. I saw him. I picked him up right before the game, and he got me a nice little 15 spot.
Yeah, I noticed.
And you got Kareem Hunt. I was like, oof.
Yeah. Then I snagged Kareem Hunt.
Yeah.
And Arizona's got a bye week, so
Making
Matt
moves,
Prater's out.
baby. That's why I'm the
Yeah.
commish.
Oh yeah, because he can just. I'm gonna do this now.
All right. Well, my bet of the week, I went with Carolina giving 2 points to Miami. I just don't see them. I don't see Miami. Miami stinks. It's just plain simple. I think Cam Newton is still fresh enough where they're not going to be able to stop him. And I'm sorry, the guy is a freaking bulldozer. So he's going to get his little, 5 yards from the touchdown area and boop, and he's going to get in there and he's going to do his thing. He's actually looking like he's turning into a competent passer as well with DJ Moore. And he actually hit Robbie Anderson, what was it, the Island Boy lookalike.
I'm an island boy. Son of mercy.
But yeah, I'm going to go with Carolina giving 2. I think they win by more than 3. Easily.
Easily.
I could see that.
Easily. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
of course.
all right. Well, that's gonna wrap it up this week for our fantasy football week 12. I can't believe it's week 12 already.
I know. Soon we're gonna be planning Super Bowl parties and all that fun
Oh.
stuff. By the way,
Playoffs are right around the corner. Like, whew.
I know, and of course I'm gonna lose this week to you, which is gonna really hurt. And
Yeah, because that middle of the pack is like,
it's all tied up.
6
It's
or
all,
five.
yeah. Everyone's still in it except for Dan and Mike.
right.
It was funny. I saw Mike on Thanksgiving. I said, "Dude, what's going on?" Like usually, you're in the, the
He's always
playoff
like
hunt.
top 5.
Yeah, you're always in the. He's like, and then I didn't realize, but when we did the draft, he was coming back from vacation, and he
lost
lost.
servers.
He lost. Well, what happened was, my sister sprung on him that she was pregnant, so he was like totally like taken off by that, and he was driving home and. He just totally slipped his mind. So he auto drafted. I didn't even realize he was auto drafting. We were that plastered.
Wait, your sister's pregnant again?
Yeah.
Oh, good
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, good for you.
So he's been working with her. He's like I made a couple moves, but I'm not really trying to like this year. I was like, well, you usually draft immaculately. Like the guy usually only gets like 3 or 4 transactions a season. He usually drafts on the money. That's why I was totally thrown off because I understand the transaction thing. He's not going to make the moves, but he usually drafts well. And he's like, yeah, I totally auto drafted. I was like, I had no idea. I would have like paused. I would have done something. He's like, I totally forgot. I understand why. Like,
I mean, yeah, he's fucked. I mean,
oh Jesus Christ. Anyway, hey everyone that is tuned in, everyone that's watching the recast of this on YouTube or Facebook, hit that like, hit that sub, hit that share, please.
we got almost 50 subscribers now.
Yeah,
on the
we're getting there.
YouTube.
It's climbing, but hey, we need your guys' part. Hit that sub button. It's so easy. That little red button, just pink. Just do it. Just do it for our do it. Our weekly content. We have our fantasy football show. We have our Tuesday podcast with Barfy and the Bald Bastard, and
we have a new segment coming soon. The Mccoy Files will actually be its own podcast, part of this Barfy network that we're forming here. Mccoy Files will be a 15-minute thing every day. Oh, not every day, but every week, a 15-minute, small, little tiny episodes, micro episodes. And also this week we have the Hungry and Dangerous back on for their new song Insomniac. So we hang out with them. It's actually the whole band, and it's pretty much I make fun of the one guitar player the entire time because that's what I do best.
But yes, plenty of content to watch. Hit that like button, guys. Hit the bell so you guys get notifications and you know what's going on in the Barfy Network realm. I like that. We're going to change that, right?
I'm working on it now. There's a whole new platform I have to talk to you guys about changing, getting off of what we're using into a new platform, networking with other podcasts locally in our area, the Geckos and Grottos. They're a LARP type of thing. We're gonna we'll talk about working with them and expanding our networks together, having Discord and Patreon instead of Anchor and things of that nature, which we all have to sit down and discuss. I was talking with him last night, so we have changes happening. Just don't know how extent.
Sounds good to me.
Cool.
Making moves. All right. Well, hey, thank you again, everyone that is tuned in. Ryan, Barfy, always a good time.
All right. Don't forget to ice them down today. Make sure nice and...
I'm feeling great. A little Motrin. I'm good to go. My balls are starting to sag a little to the left.
Well, I mean that hysterectomy, sometimes it takes you out for a while.
Bye-bye.
See ya.